Before you cancel your annuity, please know this. I'm Ken Fisher. I hate annuities and you should too. Blah. But I actually like Ken Fisher. I'm a fan of his. At least I haven't. I've changed a lot in the last 3 to 4 years because of something called the plan. The plan. Dem. The plan Dem. Ugh. The plan Dem. Ick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't know if Ken Fisher is, who knows, but in my past libertarian conservative days, I was a fan of his, his viewpoint, world viewpoint. However, I don't know. But his whole thing on, I hate annuities and you should, look, this is how old I'm getting. I'm literally holding my reading glasses like this now. By the way, Atlanta United Football Club, I guess they're in the playoffs. They got a playoff game. I don't care. Soccer is silly, but actually we took Liam once and we had fun. It was fun. So go United. Soccer. I just annoyed all my European fans and my one Latin American fan with that. Now, anyway, so I was working with these freaking legends today. I've dealt with a lot of legends in my past. These guys are legends, freaking exponential legends. I just can't. Up from Wisconsin, they're up in Wisconsin. I'm obviously not going to name them. We'll call them Maggie and Matthew, the double M, Eminem. Oh, that clown, that Eminem kid. What a freaking clown. Anyway, we'll call them Eminem, Maggie, and Matthew. And it just, I literally tell you, man, when it comes to legendary people in the United States, it's going to be tough to beat these guys. Just all there is to it, man. Crushing every which way to whatnot, freaking putting tons of kids out there for us all to benefit from their labor so we can pay for Social Security. They got other things going on, which I'm not going to say, and they're just freaking, you want to talk about doing God's work, dude. It's 100%. Sacrifice her career so she can raise the kiddos and just freaking legends. There's just no other way around it. God, man, Heavenly Father. Oh, your glory is abound everywhere, and it's there to be seen for those who are ready to take it and just say, look, we are still a righteous nation with righteous people. Please don't let us ever forget that, Lord. And remember, your rule will reign supreme. We got to fight the evil off here. The only way to do it is through your love, through your patience with us, and ultimately your victory, which is guaranteed. We just pray in Jesus' name that we'll accept the glory that you have right there to glorify you in all we do. Glorify you in all we do. And glory is ours. We just pray in Jesus' name. Amen. How dare you make this Christian revival? Doggone right, man. Because if loving the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right. Anyway, so these guys are crushing. So they have a couple of annuities in the company. And they're getting ready. I'm going to close these out because they're paying about $2.25 total fee. $2.25. So what does the fee get you? Because I'm not really sure, but I have a pretty good gauge. All right, so these variable annuities are going to have fees in a couple ways here. So most likely they have, can you see, M and E fee usually is about 0.35%. All right, M and E is just a death benefit. All right, so and this is what's great. So what I call her Maggie. So they didn't really know much about the annuity, but M and E is 0.35%. Mortality and expense. All right, so you put $100,000 in there, and it drops to $80,000. You put $100,000 in there, it drops to $80,000, and you die. Well, let's say Matthew died. Matthew, your wife gets that $100,000. That's called a mortality and expense. Now, it's not a very well used fee. It's a pretty hefty fee for a minimal, if any, benefit at all. They have a better benefit, though. They have a death benefit, an annual readjustment death benefit on their policy, which is fantastic. If you just got an M&E expense that doesn't have a step up, that's just, I don't even know how that gets by compliance. It's freaking nuts. But in this case, let's say they have $100,000, and then the account grows to 120, 150, 180. All right, so now you put $100,000 in there. We'll just say after 10 years it grows to 180 for simplicity. Now we're down 57%. I don't know what happened in 2008. I don't know what that'd be worth. 90, 85,000 bucks. So now you get $85,000 in there, and then Matthew kicks the bucket because where is it? They're from Wisconsin because they're Packers fans, and we all know the Packers. Come on, it's like a minor league team. We all know that. You know, who's that guy? Jordan Love. He's the next Aaron Rodgers. Like, can you at least wait for Jordan Love to establish himself? Now we all know Aaron Rodgers. Other than one Super Bowl, he couldn't win playoff games. We know that, but at least he got a Super Bowl. Jordan Love hasn't done anything, so at least let him win a playoff game for heaven's sake. Now, if you died here, Maggie gets that. That's worth 0.35%, 100%. Now, the old ways of doing it is you only had 100,000 bucks. It didn't. It was stupid. But now that's worth 0.35%. Another fee will be most likely the mutual funds within the portfolio is going to cost about 75 basis points. So that's what 110. So that's 110 so far. But he was paying about 2.25. So what's the other 1.15? What does that cost? What does that charge or cover? The other 1.15 covers this right here. All right, so we're going to erase this first and foremost. Let me pause it real quick and make this cleaner. What happens here is this will probably be either as a minimum GMWB, guaranteed minimum withdrawal benefit, GMWB, or a GMIB. Let's do here GMIB or GMWB. And Frank, off the top of my head, I can't remember the difference between the two. They're basically the same thing, but there is a difference. You just have to look at your contract. We're going to talk about this guaranteed minimum income benefit. All right, that's what this is paying for. Guaranteed minimum income benefit. Now you're paying that on the entirety of the portfolio. All right, so it's not a cheap fee. So in this case, what happens, generally speaking, every contract's different. And if you talk to an agent who doesn't know his contract, then frickin' talk to another agent, because these people talk to an agent who didn't know what her contract was. I can see that a mile away. I was like, look, she doesn't know her own. She's ignorant of her own products. So go contact the call center and see what they can tell you, because we don't know exactly what they got, and these people don't either. And if you're gonna bust out the contract, well, good luck reading that, man. It's like reading friggin' the book of Judges 1,000 times over. You just want to literally jump off a bridge. I'm reading the book of Judges now. Did you know, by the way? You thought Sodom was bad, huh? Nah. Judges 18, 19, 20. Go in there and look. If you don't know the story behind, I think it's Gilead, you haven't read your Bible. I didn't know about it. I didn't know there's another Sodom in Judges in the Bible. And so I just read this morning. Read 2 or 3 chapters a day, and you'll be well advanced in your knowledge of the Bible. And you'll start wondering, what the hell is going on here, man? What's going on? It's very interesting. It's great because it gives you more confidence in the good Lord. I have more confidence reading the Bible and the good Lord than I did before. Not because the Bible is full of heroes and legends. It's not. It's full of scoundrels for sure. But because at the end of the day, I don't need the Bible. The Bible I like, but the Bible is not my icon. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is a book. The big guy upstairs is my icon, if that makes sense. The big guy upstairs. The Bible isn't God. God is God, and God is all over creation. He created the whole doggone thing, man. And you read the Bible, you're saying, I'm not so sure. Is the inerrant word? Which is the inerrant word? The KJV? The KJV is inerrant. Okay, then the changes of the KJV, how do you justify that? The NIV is the inerrant word. The Catholic Bible is the inerrant word. You know what I'm saying? The Talmud is the inerrant word. I mean, it's just so much clown show stuff in here. At the end of the day, you're going to read the Bible, you're going to get more comfortable with the creator of all mankind, or you're going to get less. And for me, who loves Jesus, because I think Jesus was raised from the dead and was seen by over 500 people after they already knew he was dead. Can I prove it? No, but that's good enough for me. I'm telling you right now, God exists, baby, 100%. And I don't think God's sitting there like, you chose wrong. Out. I don't think it's like that. I think God is well beyond what a book, just a book. Well, it's just a book is God's inerrant word. Again, if you say KJV like everyone's going to do, you don't know how KJV is concocted. You just don't, man. Does that mean the Bible is not inerrant? No, I don't know. But at the end of the day, there's so much freaking just wonderful stuff to read in there, to recognize how bad humanity has been over the course of our time, to recognize evil has always persisted in the world. Thus, separate yourself the best you can from evil. Get back to the Jubilee. Get back to the books of the old ways and say, man, we've got to recognize we're just, evil exists. And as such, avoid that at all cost. And it's hard to, I get you. I mean, the devil is good at what he does, better than you can be. All right, so anyway, guaranteed minimum income benefit. So a lot of times what will happen here is you put $100,000 in. Oh, I should guarantee this going to over here. And at least this, the annuities I used to sell. After 10 years, we'd give you a 7% simple increase each and every year, GMIB or GWMB, each and every year on this $100,000. So we'll just say you're 60 years old, you drop $100,000 into your variable annuity. By the time you're 70, you have an income base guaranteed minimum of $200,000. And from here, you're guaranteed to pull 5% a year, $10,000 each and every year. You're guaranteed to pull this. Now, not all contracts like this. I haven't followed the system, but generally speaking, this is to give you a good basis to understand. So again, you're 60 years old, you dump $100,000 in an annuity. After 10 years, they're going to guarantee you have a 7% compound, simple interest, where you have an income base of basically double what you put in. In this case, you put $100,000 in. They're going to guarantee you can take 5% off this. No less, and it could be more. No less, but it could be more. All right. On top, you got the M&E, the step ladder, or the staircase of an increasing death benefit. Hopefully increases as the market does. So that's our worst case scenario. Our worst case scenario is our wife or our husband or whoever is going to get the death benefit that has an accelerated death. It's not the right word. The step up, increasing based on the death benefit as the account grows, regardless of what it does when I die. Plus, we're going to get a guaranteed minimum of $10,000 a year. Now, that $10,000 a year on $100,000 is a 10% distribution yield, but again, it's not 10% because at this stage, this will grow to something. We don't know what it's going to grow to. Maybe it grows to 250. Maybe it grows to 250 and the year before I retire. You working out? Cool. You coming up in here?
What?
You want to say hi?
I'm good.
You good? I didn't say if you're good. I said you want to say hi.
Do you have any like Gatorade?
Right down there, bud. Ford just rudely interrupted me and I forgot where I left off. Kid 4, he's going to go work out. I'm trying to get some muscles. I could take him. Still take him. Playing some ball today. And he had a couple lucky shots to win. I get you. I still got it. But yeah, he did win. Not gonna lie. All right. So here we go. We don't know what this is going to be. It could be 250. It could be. So anyway, so let's just say it's 250. The year before you retire is 250. Now we get a 57% decline. Now we're down to 130. All right. So now you're like, man, that was looking good. I could take 5% a year off this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can annuitize it. You can do anything with it. But now I just got smoked. I'm down 57% because that's what happened from October 1st, 2007 to March 9th of 2009. If you look at 1 January 2000 and then the 30 March 2003, the markets are down another 50%. That's just a fact, a jack. So you're sitting there like, okay, 250 is good. That's much better than this right here. It went to 250. This is only worth $200,000, right? So why did I pay for this right here? Why did I pay for the M&E? Because if this happened, that's why you paid for it. That's why you paid for it. So now let's say this doesn't happen. It doesn't go down. Well, now this is your cash value, your walk-away money. This is not walk-away money. You can't get a check for this. You get a check for this or you get a check for this, whatever the cash value is worth. All right, this is income stream. Notice they don't pay in one lump sum. They pay you $10,000 over the course of your life. This right here, whatever the cash value is the amount you can walk away from, the amount you can just roll into a fixed income annuity. You could freaking go smoke it, sniff it up your nose if you want. You can do anything with this money right here. But don't you see, if I'm 70 years old now, and this is only worth $150, and this is worth $200,000, and I need some income, which side are you going to take? You're going to take from that. That's why the guaranteed minimum income benefit is so valuable. Yes, it did cost you money. And as such, the guy I was talking today, Matthew, he's like, man, if I just would have put this in the S&P 500, man. He talks just like that. He said, I would have been worth a lot more than if I did the annuity. I said, but you can't compare that. That's back window investing. You can't do that. Look at your rear mirror, because you did not know when you opened up this annuity, I think it was in 2016, what would happen. By the way, don't forget, and he had about, I think it was a 70-30 portfolio, so 30% of the stuff was in bonds. And bonds from 2016 till this past year have done nothing, literally nothing, if not even now. Yeah, S&P 500 went up, but he also has international, all right? He also has small cap, so he's got a diversified portfolio. If he would have been the S&P 500, he would have done better. And on top of that, he's got some hefty fees he's got to overcome. So he's like, I should just roll it out now. I said, no, you've already paid the fees, dude. The fees you've already secured. And he's thinking about retiring here in a couple of years. I said, you might need the money. Now, for him, what he's got going on, I said, don't do that. You've already paid the fees. Now it's time to recoup that if we need to. We might not need to. And I will tell you, yes, you will probably underperform the S&P 500 simply because you have this fee you got to compensate for. But the fee in of itself has a value to it, which, look at this. This is $2,250 a year on that initial investment. And it goes up each and every year as the value goes. So it's costing you something. Don't give up your annuity unless you know you don't need the income. If you need the income, or you think you might need the income, this is not a strategy to get rid of it. Especially now. And I convinced him, I can't say I convinced him. I said, no, not now. Too late. Yes, you could have done better. I grant you. You know why I didn't do better? Because it's diversified, has some bonds, and has a hefty fee. That's all there is to it. But now is not the time, especially when retirement is right around. And on top of that, what's the next 10 years going to bring? Is the S&P 500 going to do as well the next 10 as it did the last 10? No. Well, it could. Are bonds going to do as poorly in the next 10 as it did the last 10? No. I mean, it could. I highly don't think so, because we're getting 5% bonds now. So I said, no. So stop. Hold the presses. So what we're doing instead, $400,000 is 401k and $500,000 is variable annuity. So when he retires, he's going to roll this up to the money market. I can't remember what it is. VMFXX, I think the Vanguard government money market is paying roughly about 5.5%, 5.3% right now, or something like that. That's going to be all in cash. He's going to do the perfect barbell. All right. Now he needs, the next couple of years, he needs $90,000, I think $70,000, and then about $30,000 each year. I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that, for about 5 years. Then Social Security is going to, yeah, that's it, yes. He needs that's what it was. He needs, for the next 2 years, he needs about $160,000. I think it might have been, I think he brought about $160,000 from this guy right here. He rolls into this guy. He's getting $20,000 a year just on interest alone, but I'm not going to count that. So at the end of, before Social Security kicks in, all right? So he needs $90,000, $70,000, then Social Security kicks in. He's only going to need $30,000 from the portfolio. So now you got $400,000 minus $160. For simplicity, now he's got $240. He still needs $30,000 a year. Notice there's no up and down here because there's a money market. There's no, I mean, I hate to say there's no risk. There's risk in just freaking sitting on the pot, for heaven's sake. But generally speaking, there's no risk. What's this $500,000 doing in his annuity? Well, it's most likely, and I don't know the contract, but I do know the fees, so I think he's got a GMIB. So this right here, we don't know what the cash value is going to be, the walk-away money, but most likely that income benefit is growing by 5, 6, 7% a year. I don't know what's growing by because I don't know the contract. But each and every year, we don't know the cash value. Cash value could go down, cash value could go sideways, cash value could go up. Either way, we know for a fact that if this guy goes up in value, that's freaking icing on the cake. If it goes down in value, this income benefit won't be going down in value. It's just going up. That's what he's paying the fee for. What a great strategy. And remember, when you're about to retire, you no longer need the the growth. We're not shooting for growth. I mean, you might, I don't know. But growth is not the priority once we're about to retire. At that stage, it's income and preservation. In this case, he's already paid the fee. He's got cash. He needs about roughly $200,000 before Social Security kicks in. Then he's going to need about $30,000. He's got other things going on. Like I said, this guy's a legend, dude. A legend. Trust me, he is. Trust me, freaking legend. And his wife is even the bigger legend. All right, that's just fact. I can see Carl out there right now. How dare you said the wife is a legend, Scanlon. I'm unsubscribing. Carl pooping while standing. Carl's like, no. Trust me. These guys, dude, freaking crush. I got so many people out there just crushing. Dude, there's so much good still in this country. Trust me. Do not follow these. They're going to come and take away our guns, our tomato plants, and they're going to put us in a FEMA camp. Look, dude, come on. If they storm your house, it's over. Nothing you can do about it anyway. Well, I don't want to say any more than that. What's the likelihood of that happening? Don't you think they could have done that already? They didn't even do it during COVID. And people were willing. People were ready to join in to say, yeah, let's go storm Scanlon's house because he's not following the methodology of lockdowns and let's go get him. But they didn't do it because most Americans are just wimps. Now, we do got a police force that is, some regards, they took out the good guys and they left a lot of scumbags in there. But there's still many good police people, man. Many good FBI agents, many good military people. There are more scumbags proportionally than there was just 2 to 3 years ago. But there's still many righteous guys. Now, some of those scumbags are, if you follow this case in England with I think she had a special needs kid, said, you look like my aunt who is 57 flavors, and they literally handcuffed her and they took away from her mom because she was, dude, yeah, that's not going to fly once you're a caliphate. Let me just tell you that there, 57 flavors. You better start making friends where you can find them because once you're a caliphate in England, they're not going to take kindly to your handcuffing special needs children who are 16 because they said you look like my aunt. Yeah, just FYI. I would find a way to make peace with people who made peace with you, as opposed to rubbing their nose in it. Because the caliphate in the UK is coming. There's no other way around it. I don't think it's going to come here, but I would be very careful of making. I would be respectful to citizens. Let's put it that way. I grant you have authority and power now for the first time, and you're using that and abusing it. That's just a fact. If I were you, though, I would stay keen on what the future would hold because, no, I'll just say it like that. Anyway, so in this case, we know he basically he doesn't need that much, and as such, he's got this right here and he's got this right here. What else do you need? And Social Security. That's a great portfolio. Go night-nights. Easy as pie. All right. Hope that makes sense. Don't follow Ken Fisher about variable annuities. He's just wrong. And I hope you hear this because it's a big deal. And a lot of you do have variable annuities. And you feel like, man, I could have done better. Yeah, you could have. Doesn't mean you will in the future. Just because you could have doesn't mean crap. How does it play in your portfolio? And if your guy who sold it to you or a lady who sold it to you doesn't know, it's your obligation to find out what your contract says. No, love your thoughts. We'll see you. Thanks for subscribing. And don't forget, if these videos help you, want to buy me a cup of coffee, it's a doobie-doo. See ya.